Today on Krakens Comics, I want to talk about Darth Vader Syndrome. It's a very serious problem that has ingrained itself in all forms of entertainment. Darth Vader Syndrome is when the villain of a comic book, TV show, or movie is so incredibly popular that some way, somehow along the line, they become one of the good guys. There's without a doubt that Darth Vader is one of the greatest villains of all time. He's a Dark Lord of the Sith. He's a badass starfighter pilot. He's got a cape. He has one of these. He just walks around Star Destroyers all day just force choking people. And the problem is, when he kills a dude, he promotes the guy who just so happens to be standing next to him. The thing is, that guy is not even an officer. He's like in charge of the cafeteria. But now he's an admiral. And that, boys and girls, is why the Empire lost. We all know that the original Star Wars trilogy is about the redemption of Anakin Skywalker. Look, who am I to judge? But I gotta say, just because your boss decides to get all lightning spirit fingers on your kid and you decide to defend him does not put you in the clear in my book. Let's take a look back at some of the things that Darth Vader has done. When he was a young boy, he abandons his mother. What was he, like 6, 8 years old? He's like, hey mom, you know those two guys with the light swords? Yeah, I'm gonna go live with them. They're gonna teach me all types of cool stuff, something called the Force, and we're gonna go on all crazy kinds of space adventures. But don't worry, I'm gonna come visit you in like 15 years. I'm sure you'll be okay. I love you. Enjoy your life as a slave. He just abandons his mother. And then when he does check in on her, he finds out that she's dead. What does he do? He completely rages out and kills an entire village of Tusken Raiders. Everybody. The women, the children, everybody. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Tusken Raiders' lives matter too. He had a history of domestic violence. He force-choked his wife when she was 9 months pregnant with twins. He took his teenage daughter, put her in prison, and then went into her cell with a probe droid. He cut off his son's hand. He froze Han Solo in carbonite. Killed his teacher, his mentor, his master. This is a guy that brought him out of slavery and he killed him. Speaking of Obi-Wan, he's like, hey Luke, I got something for you. Your dad wanted you to have it. It's his lightsaber, a more elegant weapon. By the way, he killed like 20 kids with it. Nobody brings that up. Nobody. Darth Vader killed an entire classroom of children. But it's fine. It's totally fine. He's one of the good guys now. He assassinated the Emperor. He saved his son. He got to become one of those Force ghosts and got to listen to that really catchy song that the Care Bears sing at the end of the movie. The second that Darth Vader becomes a good guy, he is no longer cool. Instantly, he becomes like this gimpy senior citizen. He has no hand. He can barely walk. The breathing apparatus that has kept him alive for decades no longer works. He's wheezing constantly. I know he got electrocuted. Remember how disappointed you were when Luke took off his mask and you were expecting Freddy Krueger, but instead you got some creepy old guy with liver spots? William Zabka played Johnny Put Him in a Body Bag Lawrence in The Karate Kid. Great movie villain. People come up to this guy to this day, complete strangers, and tell him what a dick he was. Remember that episode of Game of Thrones when Joffrey died? You got up off your couch and you cheered. You were genuinely happy. Why? Because he was a great villain. Hannibal Lecter. None of these characters became good, and they were better off for it. Now let's take a look at some awesome villains that were ruined by Darth Vader Syndrome.
I am Vegeta, Prince of all Saiyans. Kakarot, why haven't you taken over this planet yet? You know what? This place is kinda nice. I think I'm gonna settle down, get married, and start a family.
Megatron. Megatron is an Autobot now. Did you guys know about this? Who else? Apollo Creed, Rocky 3. Any great hero is only as good as the villain they have to face. So to all you writers and directors and creators out there, do not fall into the traps of Darth Vader Syndrome. No one should have to sit through a really good movie only to see the bad guy become one of the good guys. We here at Krakens Comics take Darth Vader Syndrome very seriously. If you would like to help spread awareness on this very serious issue, don't forget to hit the like button, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to share this with everybody you know. If you have any other examples of Darth Vader Syndrome, put them in the comment section so we can talk about it. Can you imagine reading Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows? The last chapter, the big battle has just ended. Harry's in the Great Hall of Hogwarts sharing chocolate frogs and playing wizard's chess with Voldemort. And then Voldemort's like, hey, Harry, man, I'm really sorry about, the scar thing. And your parents. And basically everyone else that I killed that you loved. And Harry's like, hey, bro, don't worry about it. You're one of the good guys now. Let's go outside, play some Quidditch. The end.